I'm sure you've heard it before, but it's true that labor is like running a marathon. Not only is it hard work like a marathon, lengthy like a marathon, and rewarding like completing a marathon, metabolically, it is similar to running a marathon as well. Labor requires a lot of energy from your body, so eating and drinking in labor is essential to maintaining that energy so your body has the fuel it needs to keep running the race and getting to the finish line, which in this case is so much better than a medal around your neck. It's your baby in your arms. I'm Bridget, a mom to 3, a birth doula, and a childbirth educator, and in this video, I'm going to give you my top snacks to fuel your labor. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so that you stay in the know each time a new video is released. Before I share with you what my favorite labor snacks are, I'm going to debunk a commonly heard myth that women aren't supposed to eat once they're in labor. The reason why this is a commonly spread belief in the United States especially is because of a terrible period of time in the birth world where the use of twilight sleep and general anesthesia were the norm for women giving birth. Twilight sleep was an injection that women received that would pretty much knock them out for the entirety of their labor. And general anesthesia was a gas given that would put women under at the end of labor before they birthed their baby so that a provider could likely perform an episiotomy and use forceps to pull the baby out of the birth canal. These methods increase the risk of aspiration, which is when someone vomits and the contents of the stomach get inhaled into the lungs. Because of this, when women were in labor, they put them on NPO, which basically means no food or drinks allowed. Today, we do not use twilight sleep, thank goodness, and rates of general anesthesia use are much lower in labor, plus the method of administering general anesthesia with intubation has improved a lot since then, making the risk of aspiration very, very small, even if someone does have to be put under in the event of a C-section using general anesthesia. Plus, it's important to ask whether telling a laboring woman not to eat or drink in labor will actually increase her risk of needing a C-section because of how it can impact labor progress. Failure to progress is the #1 reason for first-time C-sections. And if the uterus is a muscle and gets fatigued because of undernourishment and can't work as effectively, could that feed into an unwanted C-section? I think it could. So even if you have an epidural, you should have the right to decide if you want to eat in labor. And as you navigate through labor, you'll be able to listen to your body and do what feels right. Most of the time as labor progresses and intensifies, moms don't even want to eat a whole lot anyways. That's why during early labor, you want to eat frequently and eat foods high in protein. Once active labor starts, your metabolism will change and you'll stop processing protein and your body will mostly need carbs. So for early labor, eggs, Chomp's meat sticks, or really any kind of meat or protein that sounds good to mom as well as electrolytes is really good. Electrolytes are super important all throughout labor and I have some linked in the description below for you. Once intense labor starts, you're probably only going to want bites of food here and there to keep your energy up. So here's a list of my go-to labor snacks. Fruit, especially grapes, oranges, and bananas. Honey sticks for quick energy, especially if mom is nauseous and can't stomach food. Toast with butter. This can also help settle an upset stomach. Oatmeal. This is a warming food that provides quick energy and comfort for the body, and you can easily bring them in the individual packets, which I love. Bone broth, especially if it's homemade, but you can always bring the instant broth that comes in the packets too, which are linked down below. It's going to have lots of electrolytes and trace minerals to keep you hydrated and nourished as well. Go macro bars are great. They're easy to munch on and have protein in them, but also lots of good carbs to keep you going. Pretzels with cheese, apple slices with nut butter, homemade muffins, or lactation cookies, because then you can eat them postpartum as well to help with milk supply. I've linked 2 yummy recipes down below that I love. And lastly, Greek yogurt with honey. And this is really nice because it's cool and that honey again is going to help give you some sugary energy boost. As far as hydration, I recommend the electrolytes linked down below, coconut water, tea, and water, obviously. Staying hydrated during labor is really important because you don't want to rely on IV hydration that can cause swelling, which can make the initial breastfeeding experience painful and more challenging, and it can cause artificial weight loss in baby that is more than normal and result in a pediatrician recommending formula feeding, and it just means that you have to be hooked up to the IV in labor to be getting the fluids, which is is less than ideal. So those are my top recs, and I've linked what I can in the description below. If you've given birth before and have some snacks that you loved, comment them down below for other moms to check out. Thanks for being with me in this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.